So Zach, I know your story and some of the reasons that you got into real estate, but I think it's really important message, and I'd love for you to share it to our audience.
Yeah, absolutely. So coming out of the corporate world, so spent 20 plus years in the corporate world, and I'll first say it's a phenomenal place to be. In the world that I was in, I worked for great companies, had fantastic colleagues, had a great job. And, when you look at it on the surface, everything looks right. But internally, I just knew it wasn't right for me. I could feel it beating me down to, I think I even told you at one point, it's like the Sisyphus thing of I felt like I'm rolling a boulder up a hill every day to wake up the next day and find the boulder back at the bottom of the hill.
Right.
And I'm just grinding away, working really hard for somebody else and helping some other company that's not mine succeed. The reason I kept doing it was just to prove to myself how tough I could be, or that I needed to be tough enough to do this for my family, and realizing that there is no tough enough when your mental health is deteriorating, your physical health is deteriorating, your family is noticing, your friends are noticing that you're not who you really are. The time to make a change, and that's what happened to me, is realizing it just wasn't a right fit for me, and I needed to take on a career where I'm in control, where I'm building something and starting a business. And in real estate, I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I didn't admit it to myself for the longest time, but admitting that I wanted to be an entrepreneur, but then an entrepreneur in what?
Yeah.
So helping people with real estate. I always had a passion for the financial side of real estate, understanding the business of real estate, the impact it can have on people. So that combination of that passion for real estate and wanting to be an entrepreneur, it became a natural fit. And I'm absolutely thrilled to have made the change in real estate because I do have that control. Now, in no way is it easier.
Right.
It's anybody who's thinking about the corporate world or not, then going into entrepreneurship. In a lot of ways, it's the same. And in a lot of ways, it's different, but it's not easier. Right. But at the end of your challenges, at the end of your exhausting days, you're looking back and seeing that boulder that you rolled up that hill is still where you left it. And you can pick it up there the next day and keep going. And you're building something for yourself. And that's really the thing that makes the difference to me and the reason I love making this change.
That's such a cool story and put very well. Let me ask you this. So you've been with reEquity for, coming on 4 years or just around 4 years now. What has the impact been to you personally and for your family and things like that versus where you were previously?
Yeah. Previously, it felt like my time was controlled by others. Mm-hmm. So I needed to be at my desk or at a meeting at a certain period of time, and it was being dictated to me by others. And if I did a good enough job, then I would keep that job and keep getting financial rewards. Where now I'm in control. I get to decide what's most important and prioritize those things that matter. So I get to decide that I'm going to wake up and focus on getting my kids ready for school, drop them off for school, and then I can go on to what's next most important to me. Yeah. I'm going to go for a walk, or I'm going to go to the gym. Yeah. And I'm going to exercise, I'm going to feel fit, I'm going to read, I'm going to get my mind right. And then I come into the office. And some people say, well, you show up at noon? No, I show up at the office at 9 a.m.
Sure.
And then I can really focus my work in the morning to bang through what's really I can focus my work in the morning to really get through the stuff that's most important.
Sure.
And has the biggest impact. And then I've got my afternoons to have meetings, to meet with clients, to do all those other things that help grow the business. And my evenings, again, back with my family, and knowing that I accomplished what I needed to for that day, and having that freedom to be present. That's what really matters. Instead of, wrapping up work at 6, 7 o'clock after the last meeting, hoping I got everything done, and spending the rest of the evening worrying about, did I do everything I need to? Do I need to do more tomorrow? I can stop and be present with my family and enjoy the life that I've built.
It's so powerful, isn't it?
Yeah.
And what I do know is tomorrow, I think you're going on a field trip. Is that right?
Absolutely. So taking a whole day to go to the zoo with the kids on the field trip. So having that opportunity, that flexibility to do that without having to feel like I'm registering a sick day or a day off, and I've got to get approvals from higher ups in order to be able to make that choice to spend that time with my family. I love being able to just do that, and knowing that in a lot of ways that's going to help my business, because guess what's going to happen while I'm doing that? I'm going to be talking to others. I'm going to be connecting and networking, and people are going to see me out there in front of them. So in a lot of ways, it's benefiting both my family and my business.
So Zach, what message would you give someone who's kind of feeling stuck right now in their corporate job, or maybe they feel like they're kind of chasing their worth, so to speak?
Yeah, it's going to sound cliche, but life is too short. And there's nothing you can do short of some sort of horrible crime that you can't recover from. You can recover from things. And so taking a leap into something that you believe in that's going to be helpful for your life, it's going to work. So I said, do it.